Hey everyone, my name is Deena and you're watching my productivity channel. The goal is to give you some tips and tricks to make your day and life so much easier. Today we are going to talk about your digital organization system and how you can save files in a way that is easy to find, easy to locate, easy to work with, and is going to help you, not hinder you. Nowadays, a lot of people are using digital file systems. I still love using the desktop way, but since most of the people I interact with, I'm sharing files with, I end up using Google Drive more often than not. And here are some tips that I picked up that really help. Number one, utilize shared drives. What you'd like to do is have, sh well, really think about first is like, what are the different buckets that you want to put things into? An easy analogy is thinking about when you're home organizing. Does this belong in the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the bedrooms? We want to have a list of buckets, probably no more than eight, but usually around the average of five that you're going to be categorizing everything into. Within each bucket, then you're going to be thinking about, okay, what are the next levels of things that I'm going to categorize them into? So for me, for example, for my major buckets for digital organizing, I have workstream internal things that I don't want people sharing. And we're also thinking about who's accessing these buckets as I'm structuring them. I have my client files, which I'm sharing with people who are working on the clients as well. And I have a programming folder, which is all the people that are working on the different programming. And I have a marketing and fundraising and grants one. And everybody who's working on that has access to that folder. So I have my general bucket. So it's restricted by, it's, yeah, it's restricted by who's using it, why they're using it. So it's the really the access entry point and the purpose is how I'm choosing what the buckets are. Then within that, within each bucket, then I go, okay, what's the next biggest dividing factor that I can divide it by? So obviously my client files, I have them then divided by the client name. But when I'm doing programming, I'm thinking about what type of program is it. So I'll have a couple of those there. When it's the workstream internal ones, I have if it's related to finance, if it's related to admin, HR, whatever the next buckets are. So, going back to your kitchen, for example, you're thinking, is this a utensil? Is it a pot? Is it food? How are you organizing your things so that we have the next level of buckets? And then within that, you want to create the same naming conventions that you use for everybody. So let's say you're, I don't know, creating invoices. You want to have the same label so that it's easy for you to find. When you have the same labeling convention, it's easier not only to search, but it's easy to know what to look for. Um, it's the same if you're using Slack or some other methodology for project management or channels. If you have the naming convention of maybe the year the project started, the name of the project, and who the primary people are. Whatever convention you're going to use, you want to pick something that's going to tell you information about it in an easy to access manner. It's easy for everybody to remember that. And then, of course, you want everybody to be using the same convention. It doesn't help if you use that convention, but nobody else does. So it needs to be something that you're implementing system wide. So again, if we're going to recap, we're going to have big buckets of folders that are controlled by purpose and by access level. Then within that, it's going to be programmatic or purposeful, or rather the purpose of whatever the folder is. And then within that, we want to use standardized naming conventions. I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe for more tips and good luck.